pre-match press conference to preview tomorrow's game at Craven Cottage between Fulham and Brentford. We will have 15 minutes broadcast and 15 minutes for written press. We will start with broadcast as always. Eleanor or Alison, would either of you like to start for us?
Hi, would you like to start?
You go. Yeah.
Okay. Hi. Are we okay to start with asking you for any transfer updates?
Right now, unfortunately for you, I don't have really something different. Of course, we're going for the last week and a half, for last 10 days of the market. Of course, some things can happen quickly or not, but right now something official, no news.
Okay. Give us your thoughts on the start that you've had to the season. How are you feeling with where you're at?
As a performance, we did really good one in the first game. Definitely, I think we was a strong start from ourselves. The way we play, the way we match our opposition side. They were controlled as well most of that game. Of course, different the second one. Even if we were solid, apart from the first 5 minutes, we were solid as a team. We haven't created so many chances, it's true, but we didn't give for our opposition side as well. Unfortunately, we missed the penalty, as you know, and could give us a chance to win that game as well. But I can say that was a solid start from ourselves. A strong start, matching our opposition side, being competitive like we want to be always. Probably we could get more points from both games, but okay, it's part of the football. Sometimes you get when you deserve, sometimes you deserve and you don't get the points. But Answer Direct was a solid start from ourselves, and probably could have more points, but we have to go for the next one.
How do you approach this tie with Brentford? I wonder, what is it that's impressed you about them so far this season?
Not just this season. I think last season they showed their capacity, their quality, their togetherness, how they are solid as well, and how they have one idea to play, to go, to attack the market as well. It's a clear idea what they want from their players as well. And of course they started with the draw away, and after the last weekend with a great win for them, and of course they are confident like we are as well, and will be local derby, as you know, and it's always a derby. It's always a different and a special game. Two teams that they want to win, and we hope we can be stronger than them.
I mean, how excited are you about West London derby?
No, it's always a special game. All the derbies, and they are really special. We have the experience to play. So far in our careers, so many different derbies and so many derbies. Cannot say that is just another game, because derby is always a derby, but we prepare in the same way than the others, looking for something that we can explore on our opposition side, something that will be aware and their strongest part as well, and is as always we do when prepare the matches.
And final question, is there any squad update, any injury updates at all?
Everything the same than last week. Unfortunately for us, we had some important players injured and in important positions, and it's created a different scenario for us in some moments of the game. I think last game was a good example when we wanted to change something from the bench. Unfortunately for us, our offensive options right now they are really not in enough number. That's what it is, and we have to go with the players that we have. They have been working really hard. They have been doing a very good job, and we have to believe on them. Trust 100% on them. I'm the first one. Of course, I would like to have much more options around me on the bench to decide the games and to change the games. But it's what it is, and we have to face our position with all the trust on ourselves.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eleanor.
Hello.
Hi, Alison from Premier League. How are you doing?
Everything good.
So how much would a win in front of the home fans be a big incentive for you back at Craven Cottage?
It's always really important. I think we showed that in the first game against Liverpool, how it is important for us to start on the front foot, to start well the games, to straight away to involve our fans in the match as well. And I think we did it. Our fans, they did their part as well in that game, and it's everything what we should do tomorrow again. And that is true. Of course, we feel really well at home. We feel confident. We we know that they can create the noise and the atmosphere in our stadium that will help us as well, create a different scenario for our opponents as well. And to be fair, we feel really comfortable playing at home, and I hope we can show tomorrow again.
Couple of draws so far. I know that in previous seasons draws have been a bit of a tricky point. How can you turn those draws into wins and not let it be the story at the end of the season?
I don't know what's happened the seasons before. I'm not the right person to talk about it. Of course, it's always better to win than draw, definitely. I think first game we showed clear that we wanted something more than draw, even if we were playing against one of the strongest teams in this country, maybe one of the best teams in the world, and they showed that. Okay, come a draw. Probably most of you were surprised because you got a draw against Liverpool. Now we cannot say that is bad a draw. And after we had a draw away from home, and a balanced game, to be fair, they had more chances first half than us, and after we had the biggest chances of the game to win the match. Now we go again to try for sure. Is my way to see football, is our way to see football and to play to win the football match. Let's see if you can do it. One thing that is 100% sure, we'll do our best to do.
One big positive from the last game is a clean sheet, and I know that some of your players spoke about their pride. Is that something you're specifically focusing on, just not losing games and keeping clean sheets?
It's really important, even if our idea is clear, an offensive idea, and I think we showed last season, we are showing this season as well. We think always the football to win the football match, but at the same time, if you keep the clean sheet, you are closer to do it. Last season was always something that was a aim for us to get it. Even if you score an amount of goals, an incredible number of goals, was always something inside our dressing room and in a daily basis as well that we spoke always, and this season will not be different. Of course, it's a good feeling, but of course it's even better if you can win with a clean sheet.
And on Thomas Frank, I just wonder what's impressed you most about him, and do you have any kind of relationship with him? Is he a manager you know well?
Okay, we don't know each other very, very well. Of course, we respect each other definitely. He's doing a very good job. I know it's always difficult to play in this competition, and what he did last season, of course what he did before as well in Championship, what he did last season, and the way he started again show his quality as a manager. And of course will be a tough game.
In the last round of Premier League matches, we saw a touchline bus stop between Conte and Tuchel. I'm just curious, as a fellow manager, what you made of that, and what sort of temperament you have on the touchline. How hard is it to stay calm in situations like that? Sometimes
it's easier. Other times it's tougher to get the right balance between one thing and the other. Of course, we as a manager, of course, it's our obligation to do it. But sometimes the passion that we put in the game, they're in the touchline, a lot of emotions during the game. Sometimes you can do something that the people unexpected, and of course it's something for sure both in this moment they talk that they can be different, but it's passion of the game, is the moment of the game, is the emotion of the game. And sometimes you can go a little bit over the limit, and was with them, probably with some of the others during the season. Important for us is try to get as more balanced we can be.
Are you that kind of manager? Have you ever had that type of situation?
I have my emotions, I have my passion on the touchline for sure. And we never know what can happen in the game. Of course, I'm trying to be as more balanced as I can.
And I'm just curious, sorry, just finally from me, I know that this season the Premier League are hoping that games will flow a bit more nicely and not be pulled up for every single foul. How do you feel personally about that? Do you think it's a good thing for the game?
See, it's everything about balance. Okay, when it's fall, should be fall. It's as simple as that. We cannot see something that is a fall and because you want the game to go and say, okay, it's not a fall because the game has to go. The rules are clear. I think are clear for everyone. We have to do our job. Of course, the referees, they should do their job as well, and we have to respect, as always, their decisions. But are so clear, the football and the rules are so clear. When it's fall, it's fall. When it's not, the game can go.
Thank you.
Thanks,
okay.
Emma.
How are you finding this transfer window?
Oh, good question. Let's wait until the end of the market to speak about it. I think it's not it's not the best moment to do it. It's not maybe the best mood for me to speak about it as well. And let's wait until the end of the market. We can talk about it. Our full focus on the match, tomorrow's match, and how it's important for us. And it's better to don't waste time and energy with the other things.
Have you been looking at what other clubs are attempting to do and the kind of money that they've been spending on players?
No, I'm focused on our club, what we can do, and to work with my players every single day to make them better players and to make us stronger as a team. And of course, doing my job behind the scenes to prepare this football club as better as I can, and to the competition that we are playing, and is ahead of us all the challenge that will come. We have to understand what type of competition we are playing and what type of challenge will come ahead of us in the next tomorrow, in the next few weeks, and next few months as well. What they are doing their best as well. I understand your question. I know why you are questioning me that, but it's not a moment to talk about it.
Rodrigo Muniz is being linked with a move to Middlesbrough. Can you tell us any more about that?
Yeah, he's in his way to go to Middlesbrough. It's nothing official, as I said before, but probably in the next few days, few hours, few days, everything can happen.
Okay, so you obviously still need a striker, don't you?
Definitely. I said from, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month, more than 1 month, what we need, and of course we need someone different than Mitro. We are really happy with the striker that we have. Scored so many goals last season, scored this season already, will keep scoring. He's a key player for us, but we need solutions. Like all the clubs at this level, they need solutions, and we need solutions in that position, definitely someone different.
How aware are you of the rivalry between Fulham and Brentford, and does it surprise you that this is the first time this match has been played in a top flight?
No, surprised me not the rivalry, of course, because I think it's a natural situation. Surprised me that the first time both clubs are playing in the top level against each other. This is the only thing. All the others, of course, I think it's something natural. It's something that is being increased the last few seasons, of course, and will be fantastic for us to play, to enjoy the moment, and to do our best to win the match.
Because you mentioned how important the fans are going to be in home form. They could really help you, couldn't they, this weekend?
Yeah, they can be key. They can be key, not just because it's a derby. Of course, as a derby, probably the emotion, the passion will be even higher around the stadium and in the crowd as well. As inside the pitch, you have to have really a good balance and emotional control to play as better as you can and to control all the moments of the game to win the match.
Finally, for me, you've got this, you've then got a cup game in midweek before, so the games are coming thick and fast. I'm just wondering how soon we might see the introduction of a few of the newer signings.
Soon, of course. As I told you, and I haven't said just to get the things quicker. I said from the first day how is important pre-season, how for me is really important pre-season. We have our way to prepare our squad, we have our way to prepare our players, and it's not to sign in one day and the player the next day will play. It's something that takes time, even more in positions like in the back line. That is something that we work really hard to get what we want from our players, like all the positions, but it's so specific positions as well that needs time. And I said during the pre-season, as quicker as I have the players, will be much better for them to be ready for Premier League. Of course, unfortunately for us, they are arriving and not in the time that we would like, and of course it takes more time for them to adapt, to settle in, to understand everything what we need for them. But of course with 3 games in a week, and of course will obligate us to change, to make some changes and to give minutes for all the players, for them to show their quality, and of course it will be up to me to decide what is the best 11.